So welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744, and today, guys, we're live for our what's it called weekend recap, man. Weekend recap. So I'm sorry for the delay, guys. Once again, another delay. I know this is kind of happening on a regular basis. I know it's kind of unfortunate. I really don't like to do this, but I just got stuff to do, man. So, but hopefully, at least today wasn't as bad as last week. Last week was really bad, 2 hours. So at least today was only an hour, so you can say so. Yeah, it is what it is, and like I said, guys, I'll try to give you guys a heads up for it, and maybe I'll try to work around it. But anyways, let's put that to a side. Let's just go ahead and get started, and we're gonna start with the EPL, man, because EPL, man, we got a lot of talking points for the EPL this week. So let me go ahead and let you guys let me go ahead and see what you guys are saying here in the chat. So when it comes to EPL, man, EPL round 13. We got Brighton won, Southampton won. Not really a good result for Brighton in particular, and their ambition because right now they're in the top four of the league, which is pretty impressive. We'll see if they remain top four though. I think they'll drop off, and I think for Southampton, it's a good point for them on the road. Um, and yeah, we'll see how they can maintain that. So shout out to for them for getting that result there. Um, and yeah, so. Next, we've got Brentford 4, Leicester City 1. I mean, that's to be expected. Brentford did beat Leicester City. I'm not too surprised Leicester lost. Leicester, obviously, newly promoted team. They're struggling to adapt. And, I think their main aim this season is to avoid relegation. So, yeah, for Brentford, man, huge win for them. Huge win for them. Um, and yeah. Next, we've got Crystal Palace 1, Newcastle 1. Newcastle, not a great result for them on the road against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, a team that's been struggling so far this season in the Premier League. Not a great result for them. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of a game which you would expect Newcastle to win, but they didn't. And so, yeah, Crystal Palace got the last minute goal there to salvage a draw. And for Newcastle, they're going to be really kicking themselves saying, yeah, we could have won this game. We could have won this game, but it is what it is. Then Nottingham Forest won, Ipswich Town 0. Shout out to Nottingham Forest for getting a crucial win there. Nottingham Forest have been amazing so far this season. I still can't believe Nottingham Forest are doing this well in the Premier League. And once again, another goal from Chris Wood. Chris Wood has been so informed this season. The guy has been one of the it's actually crazy. You could actually argue he's been one of the most informed players right now in the Premier League, which is actually crazy to me that he's been balling out. And so yeah, Ipswich Town. Commiserations to them, and yeah, and Bournemouth 4, Wolves 2. Big win for Bournemouth on the road against Wolves, and I think for Bournemouth, as I said, they're putting the misery on Wolves, and Wolves may have to battle relegation this season, which would be sad. I really don't want to see Wolves go down, but they may have to. They have to keep their form up like this, so we'll have to wait and see. And then we have West Ham 2, Arsenal 5. Wow, this was a crazy game, man. Bukayo Saka, man. I actually want to ask you guys this question. Is Bukayo Saka, is Bukayo Saka world class? Because I've been hearing, I was hearing some discourse on the Twitter and YouTube, and shout out to HH. He was actually having a discussion about this on his channel, and I want to ask you guys this question: where do you guys rank Saka amongst the world right now? Because dude, Saka is really good. Because Saka gets you goals, gets you assists. My problem though with Saka though is that like can he be the main guy? That's the thing because I feel like Saka for me it really works really well with Odegaard. I don't know if Saka is that great on his own without Odegaard. And we saw without Odegaard, Saka wasn't really that amazing. Like Arsenal really struggled. I don't think they got a single win without Odegaard at the November period, if I'm not mistaken. So he is up there. He's definitely a very good player. I'm no doubt whatsoever. He's definitely one of the best informed players in the world. Is he world class though? I'm not really sure. I can't really say definitively, but he's definitely very good. He's definitely very good. There's no doubt in my mind he's a great player, and I think for me he's probably the tier below world class. He's probably a great. He's probably great. I don't know if he's world class yet. at this moment. I think for him to reach the world class levels, I think he has to. Actually, what would it take for Saka to be world class? I think he has to do it in a big Champions League game and a knockout stage. I think if we could do it in a big Champions League game, knockout stage, like in a quarterfinal, semifinal, then maybe I'll take him. I'll really rate him. But then again, I mean, to be fair, he had a good game against Bayern last season, so I don't know. I mean, he probably. I think he's on the borderline, but I can't say for definitively just yet. So yeah, let me see what you guys say in the chat. So we actually have no people in the chat, which is quite unfortunate. Hopefully we can get some people to join later as the stream goes on. But yeah, we're just gonna move anyway. But yeah, Havertz scoring the goal, Trossard there with the goal, and Gabriel, man, Gabriel getting the goal there. He is there's a little injury concern for him, so we'll see how long the Gabriel injury for. Let me just check a football. Let me see how long he's out for. So he's gonna be out for. It doesn't say here in the football, so I'm assuming it's like a short injury. I don't think it's gonna be a long term. And yeah, for Arsenal, as I said, man, they're looking good. And yeah, Arsenal have been looking great, man. Saka's been looking good. Odegaard's looking good. Gabriel, Havertz, Trossard, and Arsenal flying. And as for West Ham, man, absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. West Ham. They haven't been the same without what is it called? Um, what's that manager? David Moyes. And I feel like Lopetegui, he just isn't it. Just isn't it, guys. He's just been getting caught. It's just been shocking to see how Arsenal is looking. Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 0. Chelsea got the big win against Aston Villa as you would expect. Aston Villa have not been that great so far this season. They've been kind of struggling recently, and Chelsea getting the job done. Nico Jackson once again scoring. Cole Palmer having a good game. Pedro Neto, Madueke, Sancho, Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is starting to slowly build up his form, and I think Enzo Fernandez is slowly starting to gain back a lot of Chelsea fans. Gain a lot of Chelsea fans' appreciation. I still don't know if Enzo is really that great. We'll have to wait and see, but he is definitely performing for now, and I think Chelsea are looking great. So, and as for Aston Villa, I just think that they just weren't really that great on the day. They didn't really have. They had a few shots here or there, but they didn't really come up. They were just outclassed on the day, and Robert Sanchez did have to make some few saves, and yeah. Manchester United 4, Everton 0, man. Big win for Manchester United. Finally, Manchester United get a strong win, a very convincing win. And I believe this is the first time Manchester United. I don't think Manchester United had this big of a win for a while now. I don't. You know what? Let me actually just double check here, guys. When was the last time Manchester United won a game by a 4-goal margin? Because I don't remember the last time. I actually just want to double check. So the last time they won by a 4-goal margin is, and the Premier League, by the way, Premier League. Let's see. 4-0 margin. Just double checking here, man. Let's see. Well, they scored 4 goals against Chelsea. I guess that's the last time they scored 4 goals in the Premier League. So I guess we'll go with that. But dang, that's the last time I mentioned that. So Garnacho, Rashford looked amazing. Rashford scored 2 goals in the day. Shout out to Marcus Rashford. I thought Rashford was fantastic. Ahmed Diallo is looking amazing. Xerxes also scored. I believe this is the first time Xerxes scored in 15 games. Like Xerxes finally ended his goal scoring drought. Obviously we know he scored in his debut against Fulham. And Bruno Fernandes balled out, man. Bruno Fernandes with 2 assists for him on the day. And for Manchester United, it's a really good win. But let's be real, Everton were garbage. Everton were abysmal. Everton were horrendous. But Man United fans, you guys should be celebrating this because Man United haven't had a strong win like this in quite some time. So obviously, you guys should celebrate. I'm not saying you guys shouldn't celebrate, but don't get too carried away. Don't get too carried away because there's still a lot of the season to go. And for Manchester United, as I said, man, they have to get Champions League football this season. Like they have to get top 4. If they don't get top 4 or win the Europa League, it's a failure of a season, in my opinion. It is a failure of a season. So we'll see if Manchester United remain up to par. We'll see if they are. We'll see if they compete. And yeah, time will only tell, man. Time will only tell. So, and yeah, but once again, man, Ahmed Diallo looking great. Miles Roy looking fantastic. And yeah, Manchester United. Their next game is against Arsenal on Wednesday. So we'll probably talk about those midweek games next week. I'm probably going to do a midweek. We'll probably talk about the midweek games next week. So we'll probably just merge those together instead of having a stream on a weekday. We'll probably just merge together. But yeah, shout out to Man United for getting the big win there. And also just want to let you guys know, Kobe Mainu and uh, Lautaro Martinez will be suspended against Arsenal. So that's gonna be a big test for Man United. I'll tell you what. If I'll say this though, if Manchester United do manage to get a result at the Emirates, then maybe Man United are looking really good. But like I said, Arsenal is a bigger test than Everton. So we'll have to wait and see. Tottenham won, Fulham won. Tottenham this is such a weird team, guys. Tottenham is such a confusing team because this is a team that can go beat Man City 4-0 on the road, then tie it home to Fulham. And with all due respect, this is Fulham. And the fact you even took the lead in this game is crazy. Brennan Johnson scoring the early goal, the Clarny again the goal there, and then Clarny getting second the red card of it. And you would think, okay, maybe Tottenham will actually take full advantage and actually win this game now since they have a man advantage. Well, nope. Fulham held on, and they hold on for a valuable point. And for Tottenham as a setback, this is just really sad. Like, Tottenham is such a weird team, guys. They're a team that could beat a big team and then drop points to a team that they shouldn't be. They're not consistent. They're the opposite of consistent. They're inconsistent. And my issue with Spurs is that I just don't know what's wrong with them because this is the type of game that you should be winning. And the fact that they didn't win this game is quite shocking to me. I mean, if you look at the stats here in particular, man, Spurs had 8 shots through on target. You could even argue that Fulham were better in this game. Fulham almost won this game, guys. So for Spurs, as said, man, I'm just quite surprised how hard they are, man. So yeah, for Spurs, as said, man, very, very disappointing for them. And maybe they should count themselves lucky they didn't even lose this game because had they had lost, it would have been bad for them. The Liverpool too. I'll look at your guys' comments because I do see we have some comments. I'll look at your guys' comments after we go through the league. Liverpool 2, Manchester City now. Liverpool, man, fantastic for them. Gakpo scoring the goal there. Great goal there from um, uh, Gakpo. Mohamed Salah there with assist. So yeah, I mean for Liverpool, as I said, man, fantastic win for them. Mohamed Salah scoring the goal there. Luis Diaz was also amazing as well. Luis Diaz was fantastic. He won the penalty as well for Salah to convert. I thought Gakpo was great. I thought Salah was great. Gravenberch, McAllister, Van Dijk, Gomez, Robertson, Trent, Keller, they're fantastic. And Manchester City were so bad. Manchester City were so bad. So bad. So they were abysmal. Like honestly, the only positive for Manchester City was Ortega. I will say this though, I think Manchester City did look a bit more controlled in the midfield. I think their midfield looked a lot better than I've seen in the previous games. But I still feel like this Manchester City team, attacking wise, is so horrendous. Basically, you know what the thing with Manchester City is that if Haaland doesn't score, no one else in this team is going to score because Haaland needs service, man. And if you don't give service to Haaland, Haaland ain't going to do anything. And I'm sorry. And I also want to say that Manchester City, they have to, and also Pep Guardiola, man. Why aren't you bringing KDB on? Like, I just don't understand why KDB. Because if you actually look at this, guys, KDB has been riding on the bench for quite some time. How is he not fully fit? Like, the guy has been playing since like Bournemouth, and the guy still hasn't played a full game, not even 45 minutes. So I don't know what's wrong with what's the whole thing. Is there like because I'm surely by now it's been a month. I would expect him to be fully fit by now. So I don't understand why KDB's barely been playing. I just don't understand. Pep Guardiola, you need to explain that to me. Why you haven't been playing him that much? It's mind-boggling to me. Doku, as I said, very underwhelming. Savio, he's a good player, but he needs to improve his goal scoring. Grealish, he's a foul merchant. And yeah, for Manchester City, man, I just don't understand what's going on with them. They're having a crisis at the moment. Defensively, they're looking shocking. And guys, did you guys see what Pep did after the game? Pep literally held his hand and said, guys, I have 6 Premier League titles. Okay, I respect what you did, Pep, and obviously that is true. But I don't think that now is the time to do this. After you just lost against your big rivals in the Premier League title race, I don't think now is the time. Like, let's put it this way: if Manchester City won this game and like did like that, then of course you have the right to do that. But you shouldn't be doing that after you just lost. You know, it just doesn't make sense to me why he did that. So I don't understand what Pep. Pep is a very interesting person, guys. Pep is a very interesting. A lot of the things he does, a lot of things he says, most people wouldn't do. So But yeah, as for Liverpool, as I said, they're now 11 points clear of Manchester City. And for Liverpool, as I said, they're 9 points clear of Arsenal. And guys, Liverpool are looking good, man. Liverpool are looking really good. And I'm very interested. I think Liverpool, this could be 2019, 2020 all over again. This could very well be because the way Liverpool are playing, it's looking very difficult to stop them. Which team is going to stop them, man? And you know what's crazy, guys? Liverpool haven't only lost one game this season, which was to Nottingham Forest at home. Guys, Liverpool could be invincible right now. So, like, dang, they're the most informed teams. Like, tell me another team has only had one loss this season. Um, I don't think there's any other teams that have had only one loss this season across all competitions. And so for Liverpool, as I said, man, fantastic for them. Arne Slot, man, he's the real deal. And I think the only thing Liverpool have to find is that striker because I'm sorry, I don't trust Darwin Núñez. I don't trust Darwin Núñez because the guy is unreliable. I'm sorry, the guy is not consistent. But yeah, Gakpo's proving, Gakpo's looking good. And yeah, man, like I said, man, Liverpool, man, fantastic. And for Manchester City, man, it's now 7 games winless. 7 games winless, 6 losses, and 1 draw. So we'll see how Liverpool do. And you also look at this, man. People talk about Manchester City have an injury crisis. Liverpool also have an injury crisis too. Look, Alisson's injured, Connor Bradley's injured, Konate, Samikas, Jota, Chiesa. So Manchester City, man, Pep Guardiola, what's your excuse? What's your excuse, man? What's your excuse? 4 injuries? Liverpool have more injuries than you, and yet Liverpool are doing so much better. So Pep Guardiola, man, you just have to own up and say that we've been awful. We have been awful in this game. And you know what's also interesting, guys? Pep also benched Ederson for this game, which I thought was a very bold move. But to be fair, I do think it was right decision because Ortega was fantastic. Dude, Ortega made some big saves. And this might be an unpopular opinion, but I actually think Ortega is a better shot stopper than Ederson. Now, Ederson's obviously he's a better distributor on his feet. He's better passing wise, obviously. But in terms of shot stopping, Ortega is clear, in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, for Manchester City, man, I don't know what's going on. Vardiol got benched. Vardiol's been atrocious. And yeah, for Manchester City, man, they have to fix up. They have to fix up something, man. They have to fix up something because this is getting peak, man. It's looking peak for Manchester City, man. And like I said, man, we'll see how Manchester City do because, guys, this could be a rough season for Manchester City. This could be a trophyless season for Manchester City, which they haven't. I don't think they've had in a long time. Actually, let me know in the chat, guys. When was the last time Manchester City went trophyless? Because even the 2019-2020 season, I think they won the Carabao Cup, or was it the? I think they won a Carabao Cup that season. So this is uncharted. This is uncharted territory for Manchester City, and for Liverpool, as I said, man, amazing. So let me go ahead and look at guys' comments and see what you guys are saying here in the chat, and then we'll do a quick poll, guys. And I want to ask you guys this question: is the EPL over? Is the title race over? Because it might be, man. It might just be. So let me see what you guys say in the chat. Because if I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think the EPL title race might be over. It might be over. It might be over. It might be over. I will say this though. Liverpool will drop points. There's no way Liverpool is going to go through the rest of the season with this kind of form. They're going to drop points. The issue is I'm not sure which other teams will stop them. Because for me, I think Liverpool's got this, man. I think Liverpool's got this. So I want to know what you guys think in the chat. Do you guys think Liverpool have won the league, or you guys think that maybe Arsenal and Manchester City can maybe do a comeback? Alexander Port Football says hi. I'm not surprised with Spurs because when they play against good teams, they have more spaces for their attackers. But if they play against low teams, they struggle to break them down. Okay, I guess and I think Alexander is completely correct. When you play against big teams, they give you so much space. But when you play against low teams, they're usually when you play against mediocre teams and like relegation, like mid-table teams, they're usually very defensive, making that very hard for Spurs to break them down. So yeah, I guess you're kind of right in that sense, Alexander. Ruben just there, so top 6 will be fine. I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of Man United fans. I feel like that's kind of a bit of a low standard to have. I think Man United should be aiming for Champions League. I think that should be the standard. But I don't know, man. I mean, but to be fair, I mean, it's been a bad season for United. But like I said, we'll see. We'll see. There's still it's still early in the season to go, but I would say Man United don't get top four. Actually, it depends on how they end the season. Like if they are like close to getting Champions League but miss out, okay, that's fine. But they have to at least get European football. They have to at least get European football. So like, I'm sorry, they cannot have another eighth place finish again. That cannot happen. So yeah, maybe we'll have to see how the season ends. Fulham are a good team. Um, yeah, Fulham is good. I'm not saying they're a bad team, Pookie, but I'm still that you would expect Spurs to still win. So, hey, Chad, I just got back in the car from a movie theater. All right, that's cool to know. They almost beat City. Not saying which movie or what happened in it. All right. Well, tell me off stream. Yo, I'm late. Dang, my bad. Play better than City in that match. He pro thinks he has aura. Peps. Someone breeds. Pep, I have 6 Premier Leagues. 6 losses before the Liverpool game. He keeps using that excuse. Um, keeps using that excuse low. The orange just needs to work his finishing. That needs to show us how good he really is. I was getting low. 2016, 2017. Okay. Oh yeah, that was his first season. That was the first. Yeah, that was Pep's first season. So yeah, that's interesting, man. This could, and guys, I'm gonna say this right now, guys. We will have it a stream if that happens. If Manchester City go trophyless, we will have a stream. We will have a stream, guys. I will be having a stream if that happens because I'm sorry. With all due respect, there is no way they can go trophyless this season. I refuse to believe Manchester City will go trophyless this season. They're gonna win a trophy this season. There is no way they're going trophyless. They're gonna win something this season. I don't know what's gonna be, but they ain't going to us. All I'm saying. Oh, he's from 4-4 again. Um, it might actually happen. Yo, sorry, you're the same one from Twitch, right? Or someone else as your user. I don't think it's over. We still have to have this season to go. I know I'm deluded, but I'm not that deluded. And also, because that's actually a good point, guys. See, the thing is, we haven't seen Liverpool go through a bad run of form. And I think that's going to be the key thing, guys. If Liverpool lose the game, how they respond. Let's actually look at Liverpool's games actually real quick. I actually just want to add to check their curse. And by the way, guys, sometime this week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, I will be dropping my November recap. So I'm actually going to look at Liverpool games real quick. So yeah, Liverpool got some tough games. Newcastle away could be tricky. Everton, Fulham, Southampton, Tottenham, Leicester, West Ham, Man United, on Forest, or Brentford. Okay. So I think for Liverpool, as I said, how they respond to 1-L. Because remember, Liverpool had like a really bad winless streak. Let me see if I can find it, guys. Right here. Yep. Liverpool, where was it? Yeah, right here. You see, they tied to Man United. Then they lost against Atalanta 3-0. Then they lost against Crystal Palace. And they lost against Everton. They didn't beat West Ham. They didn't beat Aston Villa. You see, like, Liverpool has some games where they drop points in. So it's going to be interesting. How will Liverpool respond? So that's the thing. So I want to see what you guys are saying. So all of you guys are saying no. The EPL title race is not over just yet. Yeah. So, and remember, guys, the title is usually defined. Like you don't win the title in the first half of the season. You usually win it, and um, you usually win it in like February or March. You know. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And by the way, guys, like and subscribe, guys. Let's get up to 10 likes for today's stream, guys. Get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. Let's try to get up to 10 likes for today's stream. That'd be greatly appreciated. Yes, it's amazing. Hot number so inconsistent. Um, Obviously, mathematically, they haven't won yet, but let's be real. Who else could win? And that's also another thing, guys. Like, which team is going to stop Liverpool? Because I'm telling you this right now, I'm not sure, man. I'm not really sure which team is going to stop Liverpool because I honestly am not sure. So that's the thing. That's the interesting thing, guys. Um, Top six should be the standard for Man United. Yeah, I agree. That's a pretty low standard to have, in my opinion. Ruma can't get top four. Yeah, it's not mathematically impossible, but is it likely? Probably not. But here's the thing, Pookie. Man United could also win the Europa League. And with all due respect, I mean, so like, I think Manchester United can win the Europa League. I don't think it's a far fetched to say they can't. I think they can. So Uh, Chelsea could challenge Liverpool, though. Not gonna lie. Chelsea. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's still perfectly reasonable to think that Liverpool's gonna fumble at this stage. Yeah, that is true. Like the thing is, like Liverpool, like it's not over yet, guys. Remember. So we'll see, man. We'll see. The course that you know it's not. Imagine Real Madrid fans being happy with top six. Gotta be realistic. Fan base winning 70 even in state. Top six lot league teams we have obviously would be a disgrace. Well, your fan base are right, yeah, probably. I read 2018, 2019 when your fan base comforts with players in the car. Um, Poogie's just a chill guy, never gets mad or anything to score anything low. So I'm gonna scare them away. Never see me upset and just score low. It really is a hard man. I know, right? Question mark. Chelsea won't do it with Sanchez a goalkeeper. Yeah, so like I said, guys, we can't say the title. And usually, you know what happens, guys? It's usually the second half of the season that gives us a great indication. Because I've seen this script before, guys. Teams do very well the first half of the season and then go into free fall the second half. I mean, just look at Girona, for instance. Girona were amazing the first half of the season. Then the second half comes around, they had a complete meltdown. The same with, I think, Juventus. Juventus last season. And I think the same with Bayern Munich. So I think the thing is, what I think the title will be defined is the second half of the season. You don't win the title in the first half of the season, and I think I agree. Do you guys agree with that? Like, it's not how you do in the first half; it's how you do the second half of the season. That is really significant. Like, and those are key months, like February, March, April. Those are like the key months. See, like August to December, it's not really. I mean, I'm not saying it's not important, but you don't win the title that time. So, I want to ask you guys this question. So, do you guys think that the title? Do you guys think that the second half of the season is more important than the first half of the season when it comes to the title race? Because I personally believe so, and I've seen this before, guys. I've seen the script. I've seen this before, and I remember last season, Manchester City weren't great the first half of the season. I think they were like fourth in the Premier League, and then they still won the Premier League the second half of the season. So yeah, Slaughter's really slotted in at Liverpool. Sanchez was good versatility, to be fair. Should Man City sell Ederson? Potentially, man. Potentially. I think there were some rumors that he might leave. I mean, Chelsea depth is insane, though. Maybe for the right price. All right, so I want to ask you guys this question. Since we actually had this topic, but I'm just going to rehash this again since we didn't have a lot of people here during that time. Where do you guys rank Saka? Is Saka one of the best players in the world? Because for me, I think he is. He's one of the best players in the world because I think he does his job in a great basis. He's great for both club and country, which is amazing. So, um, I think Saka is definitely. I think Saka is a good player. Now, do I think he's on the level of Thierry Henry? Yeah, no, of course not. You know, and I can't believe some Arsenal fans said that. So I want to know where you guys think with Saka. Do you guys think he's underrated, he's overrated, or he's in the middle, or he's fairly rated? So I want to see what you guys say in the chat. So, I made for the right price. I mean, Chelsea depth is insane though. Sanchez was good versatility, to be fair. Um, See, the thing is with when it comes to see, the only thing that's holding our Saka back is the trophies. I think that's the only reason why people are hesitant because he hasn't won any trophies yet. But in my opinion, just because you haven't won a trophy doesn't mean that you're a bad player. You know, so you can't use the trophies thing as against. And I personally don't like to use trophies as a good experience. Like, oh, just because this player won a trophy means you're better than him. Like, I just don't agree with that logic. I think it's a very flawed logic. I think there's a lot of flaws with that logic, and I don't think it works like that. So I don't really agree with that logic. Maybe for the right price. Ortega wasn't even that bad, so sell Ederson for a high price is worth it in my opinion, but you would need to sign another goalkeeper for depth. Would you trust him over a 38 game season? Uh oh please. Saga's been great recently. He's stat pass with set pieces. Come on. That's a bit harsh. But although to be fair, Tari is kind of partially correct though. A lot of the assists he does get is from set pieces. But no, he's still a great player. Come on. You can't um like I like you can't just say, oh, he's just a set piece merchant. Like, no, he's still. I mean, you could probably. The thing is, I think that's a bit disingenuous. So, yeah. Arsenal set pieces FC? Absolutely not. I mean, does Saka pass the eye test or he's just a stat merchant? Because I really don't watch him. I think he passed the eye test. I think he's really pleasing to watch. And he isn't a stat merchant though. I wouldn't. He isn't a stat merchant. He isn't. So that's the thing. So I do rate Saka pretty highly. I will say this though, and I've said this before. I'm going to say this again. I do rate Odegaard over Saka though, which is probably a hot take. A lot of people probably will disagree with me, but I think Odegaard is better than Saka. So, but I do rate Saka pretty highly. Exactly. Saka's com stars with a set piece on Twitter. I think contribution to trophy is important. I'm not saying it isn't important, sorry, but just because you won a trophy doesn't mean you're instantly better. You know, for example, like Dembele wins the World Cup 2018. So, like, for example, just because Dembele win a World Cup doesn't necessarily mean that Dembele is better than Saka. I would say Saka is better than Dembele, even though Dembele's got a World Cup trophy. So, you see, like, you have to look at the context. Context is very key. You know, context is key. Being great set piece is a bad thing. I have an agenda. Fair enough. I don't like Arsenal. Odegaard makes Arsenal tick. Yeah, and also remember, guys, without Odegaard, Arsenal looked really bad. Arsenal did not look great. Uh, Arsenal did not look great without Odegaard. So Dembele is more talented than Saka. Now that I can maybe agree with, but as the overall, dude, I'm taking Saka over Dembele right now, dude. If I have a choice between the two, I'm taking Saka any day of the week over Dembele. I'm taking that, and that's not even debatable. I don't even think it's debatable. Dembele is just frustrating. All right, guys, let's move to La Liga, man. La Liga. So damn, we spent 32 minutes there. La Liga. So La Liga, man. La Liga. La Liga. La Liga, guys. When it comes to La Liga, guys. La Liga, man. Getafe 2, Real Valladolid 0. Getafe gets to. Wait a minute, hold up. This is the wrong thing. I need to be round 15. Sorry. I was like, hold up, this isn't right. Thankfully, I noticed. I am Mallorca to Valencia 1. Mallorca got the win against Valencia. Kind of an expected result, I say. Mallorca is pretty good at home, I would say. So shout out to Mallorca for getting the win there. Then Barca 1, Las Palmas 2. Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I did not see a lot of this game, mainly because first of all, it was early on the weekend, which I wasn't. I'm sorry, I just don't really like waking up that early. As well as the fact that whenever I don't know if you guys agree with me, but whenever my team plays early games, usually we do bad. Usually we do bad. I remember we had a early game against like I think Rayo Vallecano in the morning, and then we dropped points. And I remember Cadiz 4 years ago we dropped points. Like every time Barca plays in an early game, it seems like they drop points. It just seems like that. So, and yeah, Barca. I didn't expect us to win. What I was planning to do was like probably like skip the first half and then watch some of the second half. That was kind of like my plan. I was planning to do. But then I guess I overslept and then I think I woke up like around 9:40 my time. And then I saw it was Barca 1, Las Palmas 2. I was like, what the heck? Dude, that was my reaction. I was like, bro, and then I pulled up my phone. I was trying to watch. And then then we obviously lost. See, the thing with this game, guys, is that Barcelona weren't that bad. See, if you look at the score, you would think, oh, Barca was really garbage. They were atrocious. They did absolutely nothing. If you actually watch this game, Barca were just not clinical with their chances. That's the thing, because you look at this right here, guys. 27 shots, 8 on target. We had a lot of chances, but the issue is we didn't convert our chances. Whereas for Las Palmas, they were clinical. Basically, the 2 goals they got were the 2 shots on target. So my issue with Barca is that we have to address this defense. We have to address this defense because I'm sorry, this defense is very, very shaky. And I'm sorry, that Sandro Ramirez goal, that's a terrible goal to concede. You shouldn't be conceding to it. And by the way, he's a former Barca player. And you know what the sad thing is? This was Barca's 125th anniversary. 125th anniversary, guys. And my problem with Hansi Flick is that you're a good coach, obviously. But my issue is, are you a bit too stubborn? Because I'm sorry, with this whole highline thing, it just isn't. It's like it's not as working as well as it was. And I think Barca's starting to realize that this team still needs a lot of depth. You know, and I think the big issue with this Barca team is we just don't have the amount of depth because I'm sorry, Balde going down, Kubarsi, going down. We have to bring on Gerard Martin, and I'm sorry, Gerard Martin is really, really bad. I'm sorry, Gerard Martin is bad. Um, so, then obviously, what is it called? Kubarsi being out. Kubarsi's out. So, like, the thing for Barca is that we just need some more depth, especially in the left wing position. Because I'm sorry, because Yamal is so important to this team. Lamine Yamal is so important to this team. He brings so much creativity, brings so much goal scoring threat, and he's such an important player that we need him on this team. So I'm just saying for Barca, as I said, man, it's just very unfortunate. And Rafinha scored a fantastic goal, guys. Did you guys see Rafinha's goal? Rafinha's goal is amazing. Lewandowski was obviously Lewandowski didn't have a good game. And I also think people aren't mentioning this. Casero. Casero. What he what Casero should have played this game. And the fact he didn't play this game was quite shocking. So I'm not sure why. Where's Casero? Why didn't he play this game? Where as I guess is he injured? Like actually, I don't know. Maybe Prime Barca can let me know. But wait, where's Casero, man? I don't see Casero here because he's not injured. Oh yeah, I'm dumb. He was suspended. Oh, I completely forgot. Yeah, the red card, Thanks for reminding me. But yeah, basically, and I think that's also very important too, is that we need depth for that backup position because without Casado, we don't have a DM. And I'm sorry, Pedri. I like Pedri. Pedri's a very good player, but he isn't a DM. And the same goes to Gabby. And remember, this is Gabby's like first. I think this is Gabby's like first start post injury, if I'm not mistaken. So, or sorry, second start. You know, so yeah, it's just unfortunate for Barca, man. We had to deal with adversity. And for Las Palmas, man, credit to them. They got the win there, the first ever win at the Camp Nou. Well, the first ever game, first ever victory since 1995, I believe. And shout out to Diego Martinez. And shout out to Fabio Silva, man. Fabio Silva scoring the winner is crazy. And for Barca, as I said, man, I'm just really hoping that Flick makes some changes. I want to see Chesney start. I think we have to be. I think we're done with Pena. I think Pena has to be benched. I'm sorry, Pena is not good enough. We need to start Chesney. We need to start Danny Olmo as well. And yeah, I feel like Fermin Lopez, Pablo Torre, these guys haven't been great. And yeah, Barca, man, it's gonna be interesting to see how we adapt from this. So that's gonna be very interesting. See. So uh, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. And then we're gonna go to the other games real quick, and then let me do a poll, guys. So let's go ahead and move, guys. Let's go ahead and move to the next game we got here is Deportivo Alaves 1, Leganes 1. Shout out to Deportivo Alaves for getting a late draw at home against Leganes. Espanyol 3, Celta Vigo 1. Espanyol got the win against Celta Vigo at home. Yeah, shout out to them for getting the win there. And yeah, for Celta Vigo, man, yeah, not great for them. Then Real Valladolid 0, Atletico Madrid 5. Atletico Madrid, man. Dang, Atletico Madrid. Big win for them on the road. Fantastic win for them. And for Real Valladolid, man, this team is just really bad. I'm sorry. I think this team is going to get relegated. They're just atrocious. And I'm really hoping they don't. But the Real Atletico Madrid is looking good. Alvarez scoring the goal there. DePaul, Griezmann, Sorloth, and dang. Atletico Madrid, man, they've been scoring more goals. They've been scoring a lot of goals recently. So for Atletico Madrid, fantastic for them. And yeah, we'll see what happens. And the Villarreal 2, Girona 2. Villarreal, um, Villarreal got a 2-0 lead. Then Girona did a comeback from 2-0 down. So Van de Beek and Krejci scored the goals there. And yeah, for Villarreal, man, very disappointing for them. And for Girona, man, great point for them on the road. And so yeah, and the Real Madrid 2 gets off in 0. So Real Madrid, man, congrats to Real Madrid. Real Madrid had a fantastic win here. Jude Bellingham was regarded as the man of the match. He got a goal from the penalty spot, which I believe Mbappe won the penalty. I think Mbappe won the penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. Did Mbappe win? I think Mbappe did win the penalty. Um, so, oh no, sorry, it was Rudiger. Rudiger won the penalty, actually. Never mind. Um, so, and then obviously Jude scored the penalty, and it makes sense. Mbappe obviously had his penalty saved, so I would understand why he didn't take the penalty. And you shout out to Mbappe. And then Mbappe, man, scored a fantastic goal there. Oh my geez, what a goal that was for Mbappe. And then yeah, Mbappe, man, I don't know how he didn't score more goals this game because Mbappe should have scored like that. There was a big chance he missed. I don't know how he missed it. He literally rounded the goalkeeper and still didn't miss. It still missed it. It was crazy. So, but I think Mbappe's starting to improve his goal score. I think he's starting to improve his decision shooting, but he needs to like. I think Mbappe's improving his like timing of the runs and everything. He just has to improve his goal score because I think Mbappe's starting to kind of maybe get into the groove of things. And so for Real Madrid, as I said, man, Mbappe, he had a good game. I think he had a decent game. Was it his best game? Probably not, but he still had a good game. And yeah, I still don't know how Mbappe didn't score. I still don't know how Mbappe missed that chance. I think it was the 74th minute. Yeah, the 74th minute. He should have scored that one. That chance was crazy. But yeah, Mbappe, as I said, man, looking fantastic. And for Getafe, as I said, man, they're obviously good. They're always going to lose. They're obviously going to lose this game. So yeah, then Rayo 1, Athletic Bilbao 2. Shout out to Bilbao for getting the win on the road. And then Real Sociedad 2, Real Betis 0. Real Sociedad got the win there at home. Llorente there with the own goal there, and Oyarzabal there with penalty. And for Real Betis, as I said, man, not really much to say. I just think that Real Sociedad were clinical, which is pretty uncharacteristic because usually Real Sociedad aren't clinical and Real Betis weren't, which is kind of a bit surprising there. And yeah, I think the game kind of died out down in the second half because you can see right here, guys, the second half was very not really a whole lot happened in the second half. So as you can see right here in the La Liga table, that we got Sevilla Osasuna taking place tomorrow. As you can see, La Liga table. So Barca, we have three teams. They're potentially competing for the league title. We got Barcelona, that's 34 points, and the Real Madrid. So if Real Madrid win their game in hand against Valencia, which you would expect, Real Madrid can go 2 points clear at the top of the table, and Atletico Madrid 32. So this is going to be a very interesting, guys. I would love to see a 3-horse race. So, but we'll see because Atletico Madrid, as good as they are, we know what's going to happen for Atletico Madrid. I think they'll be great the first half of the season, but in the second half of the season, I think they'll fall off. Meaning that I think we have a Barca Real, and it's going to be very close, man. That very, very close. And for Real Madrid, as I said, man, they better win either the La Liga or the Champions League. Because I'm sorry, if Real Madrid don't win either, it'll be an embarrassment. And so let me read some of you guys' comments and see what you guys saying because obviously you guys can mention some stuff I haven't mentioned. And yeah, I'll be going through you guys' comments right now. Let me look at guys' comments and also vote on the poll, guys. Vote on the poll right here. Where are we? Odegaard is better, but this exact moment maybe Saka is. Like overall Odegaard, but Saka does occasionally have better games. Yeah. Odegaard, like I feel like Odegaard's more of a better player overall. But Saka is a better goal scorer. I'll give Saka that. I think he's a better goal scorer than Odegaard. But in terms of overall, I'm taking Odegaard over Saka. All this just for Arsenal trophy list. Hey, yeah, and also that'll be bad for Arsenal, man. Arsenal, you better not let Liverpool win this Premier League because that's going to be. We're going to have a very uncomfortable conversation on Mikel Arteta. That'll be embarrassing. So we cannot have that. We cannot have that if that happens. I'll be there low. You'll see. Would you have kept Odegaard? The Barca really lost at Palm Islands. I should have just left watching this. This was so painful. Probably not. It was a bit of a robbery, man. Oh yeah, the penalties. But I'm sorry, Prime Barca. I understand what you're saying, Prime Barca, that we should have got some penalties against Las Palmas. But at the end of the day, we shouldn't need penalties to beat Las Palmas. If you're relying on penalties to beat Las Palmas, that's very, very shocking. That's not good because I'm sorry, with all due respect, Las Palmas are literally near the relegation zone. That is quite shocking. So I understand what you're saying, Prime Barca, and I do partially agree. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't be relying on pens to beat Las Palmas. You shouldn't be. So yeah, I think it was the best for him to leave. When Lewandowski's awful, he's awful. Yeah, I agree. The honeymoon period is over for Barca. Madrid at least got pens called. We don't, bro. My flip criticism is starting to come through. You haven't been successful since you left, and he hasn't. Barca literally bleeding. Paul Victor got pulled back with his shirt. Barca couldn't beat Las Palmas without a pen. Prime Barca. Okay, it doesn't justify the fact we were up. So it was a big miss for Barca. Yeah, I agree. Haha. So doesn't have to start with Barca. So Rafinha, man. Class, he was suspended. Oh yeah, bro, ADD forgot. Yeah, you're right. Instead of pocket at Real Madrid's midfield, he really changed. Vinny missed a sitter. Pena just like the same thing. Vinny. Hansi Flick is too scared to ruin momentum, and so it doesn't rotate players like Pena. Well, Prime Barca, we have to rotate now because I'm sorry. Some of these, this is now 3 games now winless for Barca. We haven't won a game since the what is it called? Since Espanyol. We got to get some change. And remember, guys, and I heard this famous saying, and I'm going to continue agreeing with this. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and expecting different results. So Hansi Flick, you got to change up for the game on Tuesday, because the game on Tuesday, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for that game on Tuesday. We have to play Mallorca on the road, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure we're gonna win that game. If I'm being completely honest, Vinny didn't even play. Barcelona have really let Real Madrid got some good in the title race. Yep, I saw it just Atletico Madrid. I meant Mbappe. It's all right. We don't give up. Atletico gonna fall off soon. Plus, we're doing good in UCL soon. Mbappe missed a sitter. I'd be worried if I were you. If only Iñaki Williams play like Pele against Real Madrid, like he does when he faces us. Mbappe gonna get applauded for missing sitters. What happened to Real Madrid fans? I'm worried, obviously, but I have hope. Mbappe had an all right game. Should have had more goals. He should have had a hat trick. I agree. It's only one game. He needs one to say. How do I ping you low? He's helping out in defense, which was great to see. Whereas was hero. Wow. Ceballos was really good. Oh yeah, Ceballos was good too. Thank you for mentioning that. I completely forgot to mention that. Ceballos was good too. He was good as well. Ceballos was great. And shout out to the Asensio. Asensio was also pretty good too. I mentioned him. I don't know, but he's been cooking recently. So Real Madrid. I mean, Dennis Ceballos or who for Pachu Oslo. Jude Rudiger, Asensio Valverde were all class. Yeah, they were pretty good. You still need to sign players, Jeremy. Rudiger still doesn't look fully fit, to be honest. Yeah, I know. And Courtois was also good too, as well, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, for Real Madrid, as I said, man, they're going to be interesting. So actually, you know what, guys? Since we're on this, guys, I actually want to check the midweek games. Let's go check the midweek games real quick. So let's look at the midweek games for EPL La Liga. So midweek games. So we got okay, we got some interesting one. I think the two that stand out are probably Newcastle, Liverpool, and Arsenal, Man United. Those are probably the ones will stand out. So I think I'll probably just do like a review thing on next Sunday. We'll probably just do combined together, or maybe we'll just do a review thing of the I don't know. Maybe I'll do a review thing on that Thursday, maybe. Or I think I'll just combine. And the La Liga. Let's see what midweek games we have. Oh, actually, you know what? I might do a stream on Thursday. Actually, I might do a stream on Thursday because that's Sunday. I'm gonna be quite busy. So 19. Oh, so there's only 2 La Liga games. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's Sunday. I don't know. Maybe we'll just combine actually. So yeah, dang. So only 2 games. Are these like the game? Oh, we're playing these games early because of the fact we have the what is it called? The Super Cup. Yeah, Barca. Yeah, these are the 4 teams they're playing in the because Barca and Real Madrid are playing the Super Cup, so they're playing their games early. That's why we have midweek games. Oh, that makes sense now. Makes sense now. So yeah. All right, let's move it. Let's move, man. Let's move. 15 minutes in. All right, let's talk about the Bundesliga, man. Bundesliga. So Bundesliga, man, we're gonna be very quick here, and then we'll talk about Serie A and Liga as well. St. Pauli 3, Holstein Kiel 1. Shout out to St. Pauli there for the win. Then obviously Augsburg got the win there against Bochum. Shout out to Augsburg for the win there. Then Freiburg got the win there against Gladbach. Then RB Leipzig. Wow, this is crazy. They lost 5-1 at home to Wolfsburg. So, yeah, I can't believe Wolfsburg won 5-1 against Leipzig. Leipzig have been awful this season. And, the Red Bull teams have not been great this season. Red Bull, Leipzig's not been good. Salzburg's been bad. and obviously Red Bull Bragantino has not been great. So yeah, I mean the Red Bull teams are struggling, man. Red Bull teams are struggling, and I still can't believe they lost 5-1 at home. And usually Leipzig are good at home, guys. Usually Leipzig are good at home, so this is pretty crazy result. Union Berlin won, Leverkusen 2. Leverkusen got the win there on the road. And yeah, I mean, for Leverkusen said, man, good win for them. It wasn't a last minute winner, so it was pretty normal stuff. And yeah, the Werder Bremen 2, Stuttgart 2. Um, Stuttgart got the draw there on the road. Shout out to Stuttgart. Demirovic has been great. And yeah, I mean, for Stuttgart, as I said, man, good result for them. And for Werder Bremen, man, yeah, it's unfortunate. The Dortmund won, Bayern won. Now I did caught some bits of this game. I did. I think I missed. I think I missed the first half, but the second half I did watch it. Basically, to give you guys a summary, Gittins scored a fantastic goal there. Fantastic goal there from Gittins. That basically, Harry Kane got injured in the first half. Out of the second half though, Dortmund basically parked the bus. Dortmund basically parked the bus, and basically Bayern of it were pushing and pushing and pushing, and then they eventually got the equalizer from Musiala. And I have to question Vincent Company here in particular. Why is Sane still playing the full game? Sane, I'm sorry, the guy is finished. The guy is garbage. I'm sorry, the guy shouldn't be a starter. Sane, you cannot be starting anymore. The guy is really not great. And for Bayern, as I said, man, Harry Kane with the injury there, and I believe he's out for a month. How long is Harry Kane out? Let me just double check. I think Harry Kane's out for, yeah, he's gonna be out for a month. That's a big, big blow. And Harry Kane has been very, he's been pretty good, man. He's been pretty good, and the fact he got injured is a big blow from Bayern. So how they replace Harry Kane with will be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I mean, for Bayern, as I said, man, very disappointing for them. I mean, they still keep the unbeaten streak alive, and Musiala is still very good. But I really do feel like Bayern needs to find. I really do feel like Bayern needs to fix up the wingers. I think the wingers is the big issue I have with Bayern because Olise is really good, and also why did Olise only play like 10 minutes this game? Is crazy. Like Olise should be given more opportunities. Olise is really good, and Kingsley Coman, I think he's a good player, but man, the guy is like goal scoring isn't there. Like that's where I really work for Bayern's side. I think Bayern needs to improve their wingers if they want to win the Champions League. Because for me, I feel like the Bundesliga, I think they should be able to win it. This season, I think they'll be able to win it because look at the point margin they have. They have a 4 point lead at the top of the table. Now, I know it's only 4 points, but I just feel like Bayern are just looking great. So, yeah. So I feel like for Bayern, as I said, man, it'll be interesting to see what happens. And look at this, man. Bayern are 7 points clear of Leverkusen. Yeah, I feel like Bayern's got this in the bag. And I think for Bayern, what they need to do now is shift their attention to the Champions League because they have to make the Champions League final. They have to make the Champions League final, and which if they don't make the Champions League final, it'll be a disgrace. Because remember, the Champions League final is at their crib, so they have to at the least reach the Champions League final. And for Dortmund, as I said, man, heartbreaking for them. And yeah, I mean, Dortmund, as I said, man, Dortmund are pretty good at home. I have to give them that because as bad as Dortmund is, and I really don't rate Dortmund that highly, Dortmund is difficult to beat at home. Dortmund are usually difficult to beat. So and Bayern keep their unbeaten streak alive. The Mainz 2, Hoffenheim nil. Hoffenheim with another loss there. I mean, Hoffenheim has just been awful this season. I think them and Roma are probably the most disappointing teams in the top five leagues because of how good they were last season. Uh, so yeah, I for Mainz as said, man, fantastic win for them. And then Heidenheim nil, Frankfurt 4. Man, Marmouche, the guy has been so good this season, man. Marmouche has been amazing, man. Marmouche has been fantastic. And yeah, for Bayern, as I said, man, they're looking great. And yeah, we'll see how Bayern does, man. I'm not sorry, Bayern. We'll see how Frankfurt does, man. I would love to see Frankfurt win the Bundesliga. Imagine Frankfurt win the Bundesliga, guys. That'd be incredible. But they will probably not. It's probably not going to happen. So looking at the table right here, guys, as you can see, Bayern are 4 points clear. Leverkusen, dang, Stuttgart are ninth. It's not looking great. And Hoffenheim are nearing the relegation zone. This is a team that's playing in Europe, by the way. And Heidenheim in the relegation zone. Wow, this is actually crazy. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens here in this one. The table's looking interesting. So let me see what you guys are saying here in the chat. Um, yeah, I know. Jamal should have beaten Leipzig by more. Omora is a great player. He is like Marmouche. All right, thank you for letting me know. Let me actually search him up real quick. Omora, bro. Uh, there we go. Where's the player actually? Muhammad Amora. There we go. Wait, why is there no like profile for him, bro? Okay, here we go. Right here. 24 years old. 24 years old. So Serie A is very way more entertaining. Red Bull teams are getting their wings clipped. Yep, yep. They're classic because of mid derby. Yeah, nowadays is a mid derby, man. Nowadays is a mid derby. Serie A race is way closer. Yeah, Man City buys Kane's injury prone. Prime Barca, yeah, 80 tripping with that polo. Yeah, well, I mean, I already know the answer, but I wanted to see if everyone else agree. But yeah, Coleman's injury prone too, just like Mastis was. Well, Coleman's very good against PSG. Yeah, I mean, he was good, but like I said, I think Coleman needs to improve his goal scoring. I didn't like he's a good player, man. He is a good player, but he needs to improve his goal scoring. He can resist low. He should score 2 goals. The draw is more memorable for Bayern, I guess, because they came back. Yep. Well, Dortmund was winning and sold it, so more painful. Bayern will still win the Bundesliga. Bro still has Hakim in his pocket. Omar Moose won the Golden Boot. Brown for Frankfurt is American. He's 21. Wow. Shout out to Brown, man. Um, where is he? Yeah, right here, American. Oh, he's actually German here. It says. Company thinks he can save Sonic. How can you pocket Hakimi? It shows not just start Leipzig. What low? Hakimi's not a defender. Coman's an attacker. So no, man, like I think Pookie means like he basically like Hakimi couldn't keep up with Coman. Like Coman basically owned him. Like, hey, you want to get past me? Hey, you're not gonna get past me. Like he basically made Coman Hakimi struggle. I think even in that sense. Maybe pocket isn't the right word, but he basically destroyed. He owned him is probably the better way to put it. So yeah, Coman played as a winger. All right, I think we're gonna move on from this one. Like I said, I think Bayern's got this in the bag. I think Bayern's got this in the bag, and yeah, Bayern's got this in the bag. And I'll be surprised if Bayern don't win the Bundesliga. I'll be surprised because I just don't see the other teams as being as consistent. All right, moving on to Serie A, guys. Serie A, man, there's a lot of talking points for Serie A, guys. Serie A is very interesting, guys. Very interesting by round. So round 14, guys, we got Cagliari 1, Hellas Verona 0. I mean, that's to be expected. It's not a surprising result there. They got the win there at home. And then Como got a draw against Monza at home. And so yeah, the Milan 3, Empoli 0. Milan got a big win against Empoli. Shout out to Milan for getting a huge win there. Morata scoring the goal. And Reinders, man. Reinders has been really good, guys. I think Reinders has been very underrated, guys. He's been very, very underrated. So I think he's very class. Um, then obviously we got here, Pulisic got the assist there as well. Shout out to Captain America. Bologna got a 3-0 win against Venezia, which is to be expected. And then obviously Udinese nailed Genoa too. Genoa got the win there on the road. Shout out to Genoa there. Parma beat Lazio 3-1, which is a bit of a surprise there. And yeah. And then Torino nil, Napoli 1. Napoli got a big win there on the road. McTominay there with a goal there. And Scott McTominay, man, and Napoli looking good, man. Napoli are looking great. So we'll see if Napoli can do it. They're top of the league right now. And then obviously Fiorentina Inter, man, that game got postponed because of the game. I'm wishing a speedy recovery to both. I'm really wishing for the best. We'll see what happens with both. Hopefully he gets better. And yeah, so I want everyone in the chat to give it. I want everyone in the chat says speedy recovery for both because both had a medical emergency, which is the reason why the game got postponed. So, yeah, let's take a moment of silence, actually. All right. So, moving on to the next game, we got here. Lecce 1, Juventus 1. Oh, my jeez. Juventus, man. I don't know how they keep doing this. Juventus is such a weird team. They're still undefeated, but they're sixth in the league. You know how crazy that is? Like Juventus, man. I don't know what's up with Juventus. They're such a weird team. Like they're still unbeaten, but they're still inconsistent. That's the weird thing with Juve. Like Juve is just a weird team, guys, because I don't know. Like they got the goal, the Cambazio with a goal there, and then they concede a last-minute goal to Ante Rebic. And this is a guy that honestly I completely forgot about him post World Cup 2018. Now he was great, obviously World Cup 2018, but obviously nowadays he's kind of washed, obviously, and I think we already know that. And the fact he got the goal there right at the end is crazy. A great assist there from Kristovic. So the thing with Juve is that they're draw FC. They're draw FC. And if they really want to win this league, they cannot be drawing all the games. So, like, look at a Juve, man, right here. They're sixth in the league. You know, it'd be crazy, guys. Imagine Juventus go undefeated in the league, only to end up not winning the league. You know how crazy that would be? You know how mad that would be? You know how crazy that would be? Like, Juventus, man, don't do that, man. Like, that's gonna be so crazy. And so for Juventus, as I said, I don't think they're winning this Scudetto. This team, this team draws too much. And the problem with Juventus is that I just think for Juventus, man, they need to try something out in the attack because I'm sorry, Way just isn't it for a striker. Um, and I'm looking at the Juve, man. I understand they have a lot of injuries. Obviously, Vlahovic is injured, Milic is injured, McKennie's injured. There's a lot of injuries, but you still could do a. I mean, I look at this. I mean, to be fair, guys, look at the Juve bench. I mean, look at the Juve bench, guys. Look at this. Look how weak their bench is. Oh my jeez, this bench is so weak. This bench is so weak, bro. I don't recognize most of those players there. And dang, that's crazy, man. Two keepers on the bench. And for Juventus, as I said, man, I think the biggest issue with Juve is their attack is so underwhelming. They just don't have a consistent goal score. They just don't have a consistent goal score for Juve, and I think that's a big issue. Because Juve midfield wise defense, I think look fantastic, and I think the goalkeeper's great. It's just that I think they need to improve their attack. Their attack is so underwhelming. Um, so if they don't improve their attack, I don't think they could win the Scudetto. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. So yeah, um, and Coop Miner's got the assist there, man. Coop Miner's got the assist. And then we got Roma Atalanta. That's going to take place tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Um, we'll see what happens with Roma Atalanta. We'll see how the game pans out tomorrow. All right, let me look at your guys' comments. Um, how many teams are competing for the Serie A? Because for me, guys, I'm saying this is going to be a Juve, Inter, Napoli. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be three. I think it's going to be three, guys. But might end up being two because Napoli, 22. Dang. So Juventus, how many points? Okay, they're only 2 points behind. I mean, look how close this is, guys. Look how close the Serie A is, guys. 28, 28, 28, 28, 28. Four teams on 28 points. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. All right, let me read some guys' comments. Come and play the wing. Basically, destroy him. That's what I meant. Obviously, or Browns do national. Should have just said everyone's by that. That was obvious what I meant. Unless I was Conde's favorite score line. Yeah, Conde's favorite score line. Yeah, I think it's won like 4 games in a row, 1-0. That was the right decision to postpone the game. I wish him a speedy recovery. Speedy recovery to both. Speedy recovery, speedy recovery. They should have done the same for that Denmark versus Finland game when Ericsson collapsed. Juve draw C. Rabbit has been forgotten about. Juventus are winning the Scudetto. Yeah, I don't think Juventus will win this Scudetto either. I think their squad depth is not great. Matos overrated as the manager. Ravage looked shocked when he scored. Invincible's just to get Conference League. Alexander, Juve wouldn't dare. I dare Juve to do that. Juventus, you dare do that, man. That would be so funny. That would be so funny. That would be so funny. Mata gonna cook next season. Will he really? A squad other than Barcelona. You gotta get rid of the players he doesn't want. Just because he finished the top four below doesn't mean he's going to do well with Juventus. Well, to be fair, he finished fifth. He didn't finish top four, but I see what you mean. It's part of his project. Hasn't he done that already? No, although Zogo should Luis should have once he finishes. Juventus don't have the squad to do win Scudetto. Yeah, I'll say four because it's epic. Four might be five though. You might as well win a trophy. They get the Conference League. Oh, Juventus, they wouldn't dare, would they? They wouldn't dare. All right. I think that's it for today's stream. I think that's it for today's stream. We can let me see if there's any other talking points of other leagues real quickly. We could just touch upon the other leagues real quick, maybe like 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes ish. Um and yeah. So let me see what's going to other leagues. Let's look at League On real quick. I just want to look at the table real quick. See how PSG are doing there. PSG are currently 33, so yeah, 7 points clear. And they did just draw to Nantes. And Marseille are second above Monaco. So Lyon, Nice, Lens. Yeah. Liga Portugal. Oh, yeah, let's talk about Liga Portugal, guys, because Sporting have just lost the first game. Sporting have lost the first game without Ruben Amorim. Sporting may lose the league title, guys. Sporting may lose the league title. Benfica are 5 points behind, and Porto is 6 points behind. Although, to be fair, Benfica and also Benfica Porto both have a game in hand. Both have a game in hand. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be very interesting. I think the Liga Portugal could have a very interesting title race. I would keep a close eye on Liga Portugal. Now let's go on the Turkish League. Let's go look at the Turkish League real quick. Uh, the table right here. So let's see Galatasaray. Galatasaray is looking great. 35 points. Fenerbahce is 6 points behind. Samaspor third, and A-Sport. And Besiktas are fifth? Bro, Besiktas are fifth is crazy. How are they fifth, bro? Nah, that's bad. Oh my jeez, Besiktas, man. Have some shame, Besiktas. And and Başakşehir are seventh? Oh my jeez, they're in the Conference League, bro. I mean, this is embarrassing. And the Eredivisie. Um, Eredivisie we're gonna look at. So PSV 39 points and Ajax are 7 points off. Dang, Utrecht, Feyenoord, AZ Alkmaar, and 20 is fifth. So looking interesting there, the Eredivisie. I actually want to show you guys the Norwegian league real quick because obviously Bodo Glimt earlier today have won their league, guys. Bodo Glimt have won the Norwegian league, 62 points, 3 points clear of Braun, and so um, Bodo Glimt is going through the Champions League qualifiers phase. So Braun are going to the Conference League qualifiers. No, I think they're going to Champions League qualifiers too, actually, at an earlier stage. And then I want to check on the what is it called? The Czech League. The Czech League. Ooh, okay. Slavia Prague are looking good, man. Slavia Prague are looking good. Victoria Plzeň, 8 points. Dang, 8 points. Dang. Wow. And Spar Praha, man. Where's Spar Praha? Dang, they're fourth. Wow, this is bad. I want to look at the Croatia. I'm gonna look at two more leagues and we'll wrap it up. Austria and Bundesliga. I want to look at that real quick. Why isn't it coming up here? Okay, let's Salzburg. Salzburg. Look at Salzburg, guys. Salzburg are seventh. Dang, Salzburg are seventh, bro. This is crazy. And Storm Goss is 33 points. Geez, Storm Goss looking great. Um, Shout out to Storm Goss, man. Strong guys there for that. Then finally, the last league I want to look at is the Croatian League. Um, as you can see right here, man, dang, Dinamo Zagreb. They're struggling, man. They're struggling here in this league. Just wanted to show you that. I think that's all the leagues we're going to look at. I'm not going to look at any more. I think that's enough for today. So let me read some guys' comments. Chelsea dare do Portuguese league. League One is a waste of time. Haha. If I was a sporting fan, I'd be angry at Amorim. I would have booed Amorim in his last game for leaving mid-season. Who won? Marseille, Monaco. Marseille won. Marseille won. Matt really said it didn't matter if Amorim left mid-season. Yeah, I don't really agree with that. Or did they draw? But she just fell off. Mourinho should have went to Fenerbahce. Ruben won the league after such a long time. Why be mad? He left the midseason in the middle of the title race, so he ruined it. MLS Smiles, LA Galaxy versus New York Red Bulls. Yep, that is true. I will be doing a prediction video next, probably on Friday. I'll do the prediction video. Yep, I know that. Yeah, I get that. Your fan base would boo the manager's final game. We left midseason. I'm raising no loyalty at all. Slavia will win. I don't see others catching up. Salzburg downfall. That would leave in the first place low. All right. I think that's going to be it for today's stream, guys. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's stream. So I'll be doing a video sometime this week, going over the November recap. I'll be doing the top 4 leagues, and then maybe touch upon maybe like 5 leagues to look out for outside the top 4 leagues. Just give you guys my quick thoughts there, and the title race in particular there. And yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. So what I'll probably do is I'll pick like the best like 3 to 4 title races outside the top 5 leagues you should look out for, and then I'll probably like do a slide for each of those ones, and kind of just like give you guys my thoughts and everything. So, like I said, with like I said, guys, let's go ahead and round up the stream here. So, guys, let me see how many likes we're on for today's stream. So, most of you guys are saying 4 teams are going to compete for the Serie A. That would be nice. That would be nice. I don't think 4 is realistic though, but we'll see though. We'll see because Serie A is looking great so far. It's looking great so far. So I'm assuming you guys are picking Atalanta as the other team. So Atalanta is the other team. So yeah, Atalanta is the other team. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. Remember, guys, to like and subscribe on your way out. I'll be putting timestamps in the description below. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. So the next time we'll have a stream. We'll probably the next stream will probably be on Sunday. Actually, we're not gonna have a stream for quite some days because obviously we have no European games. So I'll probably do like some videos. I'll take the time to do videos. I'll rest up my voice and do some other stuff. And so yeah, I think that's gonna be the plan for this channel. So and then maybe I'll take some time to do some videos on the second channel, which I haven't done for quite some time. So maybe I'll do some videos on the second channel, which I haven't done in a while. So yeah, we probably won't have a stream until like maybe like Sunday, I suppose. And yeah, so all right, hope you guys did enjoy today's stream. Let me read some of you guys' final comments. Madrid ain't smart with all due respect. Yeah, I didn't say that. The stream was good. Yeah, I know. Just saying. I like how Alvaro was playing versus Real Madrid despite him being low there. He was following everyone. All right. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.